You've seen off-road trucks before, but not the kind that can outsize tanks and still dominate the terrain they struggle in. These are the most extreme military machines ever built, designed to haul missiles, carry armored giants, and push through mud, snow, and terrain where roads don't even exist. Some of them stayed hidden for years, operating in remote war zones and frozen landscapes where only the toughest machines survive. Stay with me, because as this list goes on, each truck gets more insane. And the last one doesn't just break limits, it completely redefines them. If you think older Tatra trucks were tough, the Tatra T815-7 8x8 takes that concept into a fully modern battlefield machine. Introduced in the mid-2000s, the T815-7 was developed as a next-generation military platform to replace older Cold War-era designs and meet modern combat demands. This isn't just a transport vehicle, it's a highly modular system built for extreme off-road warfare. At its core is Tatra's signature backbone tube chassis, combined with independent suspension on all 8 wheels, allowing the truck to maintain constant ground contact even on the harshest terrain. Power comes from a high-output air-cooled V8 diesel engine, typically producing around 400 horsepower and up to 2,100 Newton-meters of torque, delivering massive pulling strength under heavy load. It can carry a payload of approximately 12 to 15 tons, depending on configuration, making it ideal for transporting heavy military systems across difficult environments. Despite its size, the truck can reach a top speed of around 100 to 110 kilometers per hour, which is impressive for an 8x8 off-road platform. The full-time 8x8 drivetrain, combined with a central tire inflation system and multiple differential locks, ensures maximum traction in mud, sand, and steep gradients. The T815-7 can also be equipped with armored cabins, ballistic protection, and NBC defense systems, turning it into a combat-ready vehicle. Its modular design allows it to serve as a missile launcher, radar carrier, or heavy logistics transporter. Even in extreme climates, from desert heat to freezing conditions, it continues to perform reliably without compromise. Visually, it carries a rugged, aggressive stance with high ground clearance and a wide footprint that signals pure capability. Compared to earlier models, it represents a major leap in military engineering. And when fully loaded and moving through unforgiving terrain, it proves exactly why Tatra remains a dominant force in extreme-duty trucks. If raw power had a physical form on the battlefield, it would look like the Oshkosh M1070 HET 8x8. Introduced in the early 1990s, this machine wasn't built for cargo. It was built to move entire tanks across terrain where even tracked vehicles struggle. Developed by Oshkosh Corporation, the M1070 is part of the Heavy Equipment Transporter System, designed specifically to haul vehicles like the M1 Abrams without putting wear on their tracks. At its core is a massive Caterpillar C18 diesel engine, producing around 700 horsepower and over 3,000 Newton-meters of torque, giving it extreme pulling capability under full load. Paired with an advanced automatic transmission and full-time 8x8 drivetrain, this truck delivers consistent traction even on loose sand, mud, or steep gradients. The real number that defines it is its payload. It can transport over 60 tons, meaning it doesn't just match a tank's weight, it carries it. Despite this, the M1070 can reach a top speed of around 80 kilometers per hour, which is remarkable for a vehicle of this size and purpose. Its heavy-duty suspension and reinforced chassis are engineered to handle extreme stress while maintaining stability across uneven terrain. The cab can be equipped with armor protection, allowing it to operate in active combat zones without compromising crew safety. Visually, it's massive and imposing, with a long, stretched profile that reflects its role as a battlefield hauler. This isn't a truck designed to fight, it's designed to move the machines that do. And in modern warfare, that capability is just as critical as firepower itself. Because without vehicles like the M1070, even the most powerful tanks would struggle to reach the battlefield. Cold War engineering often pushed machines to extremes, and the ZIL-135 8x8 is a perfect example of that mindset. Introduced in the late 1950s and early 1960s, this truck wasn't built for logistics alone. It was designed as a high-mobility platform for heavy military systems, including rocket artillery. What made the ZIL-135 truly unusual was its twin-engine layout, using two gasoline V8 engines mounted side by side, each powering wheels on one side of the vehicle. This gave it a combined output of around 360 horsepower and massive torque, ensuring it could keep moving even if one engine failed. The 8x8 drivetrain provided strong off-road capability, allowing it to traverse sand, mud, and rough terrain with surprising stability for its size. It could carry a payload of up to 10 tons, making it suitable for transporting missile systems like the BM-27 Uragan. Despite its heavy-duty role, the truck could reach a top speed of around 65 kilometers per hour, which was impressive for its time and configuration. One of its most distinctive features was the lack of suspension on some variants, relying instead on its large tires and flexible frame to absorb terrain impact. This design simplified maintenance but made the ride extremely harsh. Visually, the ZIL-135 had a long, wide stance with a flatbed or launcher system mounted on top, giving it a commanding battlefield presence. Its wide wheelbase and balanced weight distribution helped maintain traction across uneven ground. In real operations, it proved highly effective in remote and undeveloped regions where standard vehicles struggled. However, the twin-engine system also made it complex to operate and maintain over time. Even so, it remained a critical part of Soviet military logistics and missile deployment strategies. Compared to modern trucks, it may seem unconventional, but at the time, it represented a bold and innovative approach to off-road military engineering. And in extreme terrain, that innovation often made the difference between moving forward or getting stuck. Not every military truck needs complex engineering to prove its strength. Sometimes pure reliability is enough, and that's exactly what the Ural 4320 delivers. Introduced in 1977, this 6x6 workhorse quickly became one of the most trusted off-road trucks in military service. Built for harsh environments, it was designed to operate in extreme cold, deep mud, and rugged terrain without hesitation. Under the hood, it typically uses a diesel engine producing around 210 to 300 horsepower, generating strong low-end torque for pulling heavy loads across difficult surfaces. It can carry a payload of approximately 4.5 to 6 tons, depending on configuration, making it highly versatile for cargo, troop transport, and support roles. Despite its rugged build, the Ural 4320 can reach a top speed of around 85 kilometers per hour, balancing power with mobility. Its 6x6 drivetrain, combined with high ground clearance and durable suspension, allows it to tackle obstacles that stop ordinary trucks. One of its key strengths is simplicity. Its mechanical design is easy to maintain, even in remote or combat conditions. The truck also features a central tire inflation system, helping it adapt quickly to sand, snow, or rocky terrain. Over the years, it has been used for everything from logistics and fuel transport to mounting weapon systems. Visually, it carries a classic military design, rugged, functional, and built with purpose rather than comfort. Even after decades, it continues to serve in multiple countries, proving its long-term durability. Compared to more advanced trucks, it may lack modern technology, but it makes up for it with unmatched dependability. This is the kind of vehicle that keeps moving when everything else breaks down. And in real-world operations, that reliability is often more valuable than raw power. When conventional military trucks reach their limits in extreme terrain, the Vityaz DT-30 takes over. Introduced in the 1980s, this isn't just a truck. It's a fully articulated all-terrain machine designed for the harshest environments on Earth. Built for operations in Siberia and Arctic regions, the DT-30 uses a two-section articulated design, allowing it to bend and move across terrain that would stop any wheeled vehicle instantly. Instead of wheels, it runs on wide, low-pressure tracks, distributing its massive weight so effectively that it can travel over snow, swamps, and soft ground without sinking. Power comes from a robust diesel engine producing around 710 horsepower, generating enormous torque to keep both sections moving through deep mud and ice. It can carry a payload of up to 30 tons, which is where it gets its name, making it one of the most capable heavy transporters in extreme conditions. Despite its size and weight, it can reach a top speed of around 35 to 40 kilometers per hour on land, and it's also fully amphibious, capable of crossing rivers and flooded terrain without preparation. The articulated joint ensures constant ground contact, maintaining traction even when crossing uneven surfaces or steep obstacles. Inside, it can be configured for troop transport, cargo delivery, or specialized military systems. Visually, it looks more like a futuristic crawler than a traditional truck, with a long, segmented body built purely for function. This machine doesn't rely on roads. It doesn't even need solid ground to operate. In extreme cold, where temperatures drop far below freezing, the DT-30 continues to perform without failure. Compared to standard off-road trucks, it operates in a completely different league of terrain capability. And when conditions become truly unlivable, this is the machine that keeps moving forward without hesitation. Built for one purpose, moving machines heavier than itself, the MZKT-7930 8x8 stands as one of the most powerful military transporters of the Cold War era. Introduced in the late 1950s, this massive vehicle was developed to haul tanks, ballistic missiles, and heavy artillery across terrain where rail or road access was limited. At its core was a 38.8-liter V12 diesel engine, producing around 525 horsepower and over 2,000 Newton-meters of torque, delivering immense pulling force under extreme loads. This power was transferred through a robust 8x8 drivetrain, giving the MZKT-537 the ability to maintain traction even on loose sand, mud, or snow. It could tow loads exceeding 50 tons, making it capable of transporting some of the heaviest armored vehicles of its time. Despite its enormous size, it could reach a top speed of around 55 kilometers per hour, which was impressive for such a heavy-duty machine. The truck's heavy-duty suspension and large off-road tires helped it handle uneven terrain while carrying extreme weight. Its long, wide stance and high ground clearance gave it a commanding presence both on and off the road. Designed primarily as a tractor unit, it was often paired with lowboy trailers for maximum transport capability. Inside, the cabin was simple and functional, focused entirely on durability rather than comfort. Operating such a machine required skill, especially when maneuvering with massive loads in tight or rough environments. In real-world use, it became a backbone of Soviet heavy logistics and missile deployment operations. Even decades later, the MAZ-537 is still recognized for its raw strength and engineering durability. Compared to modern transporters, it may lack advanced systems, but its sheer mechanical power remains unmatched. And when it came to moving the heaviest military equipment across unforgiving terrain, few vehicles could do it better. Modern missile systems demand mobility just as much as firepower, and that's where the MZKT-7930 Astrolog proves its value. Introduced in the early 2000s, this 8x8 heavy-duty platform was designed to carry advanced missile systems across terrain where traditional launch sites are not possible. Built by MZKT, it combines extreme off-road capability with high payload efficiency. At its core is a powerful diesel engine producing around 500 horsepower and over 2,000 Newton-meters of torque, giving it the strength to move heavy military systems with ease. It can carry a payload of approximately 20 to 24 tons, making it suitable for systems like the Iskander missile platform. Despite its size and role, it can reach a top speed of around 70 kilometers per hour, allowing rapid deployment in combat situations. The full-time 8x8 drivetrain, along with central tire inflation and multiple differential locks, ensures maximum traction on sand, mud, and rough terrain. Its reinforced chassis and advanced suspension system allow it to maintain stability even under heavy loads. One of its key advantages is mobility. It can quickly reposition missile systems, making them harder to detect and target. The cabin can be equipped with armor protection, ensuring crew safety in hostile environments. Visually, it has a long, wide, and aggressive stance, clearly built for heavy-duty military operations. Its design prioritizes function, strength, and adaptability over comfort. In real-world deployments, it plays a critical role in modern mobile missile systems. Compared to older platforms, it represents a major upgrade in mobility and operational flexibility. And in modern warfare, that mobility can be the difference between survival and destruction. Some military vehicles are built to move equipment, but others are built to move entire missile systems, and the kamaz 7850 sits firmly in that category. Developed in the 2010s under Russia's Platform O program, this machine represents a radical shift in heavy military mobility. Instead of a traditional drivetrain, it uses a diesel-electric hybrid system, where a central diesel engine generates power for electric motors mounted in each wheel. This setup delivers precise torque control across all axles, producing well over 2,500 Newton-meters of torque, essential for moving extreme loads. The kamaz 7850 is configured as a 16x16 platform, giving it unmatched traction and weight distribution across rough terrain. It is designed to carry a payload exceeding 80 tons, making it capable of transporting intercontinental ballistic missile systems. Despite its massive size, it can reach a top speed of around 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, which is remarkable for such a heavy transporter. One of its most advanced features is individual wheel steering, allowing it to maneuver surprisingly well for a vehicle of this scale. The suspension system is engineered to maintain stability while carrying enormous weight across uneven surfaces. Its massive dimensions and multi-axle layout give it a dominating presence that few vehicles can match. Inside, the cabin is built for long-duration operations with modern control systems. This platform was designed to replace older Soviet-era heavy carriers with a more efficient and flexible solution. In real-world terms, it allows strategic missile systems to remain mobile and harder to target. Compared to conventional trucks, it operates in an entirely different class of engineering. And when fully loaded and moving across hostile terrain, The kamaz Z7850 proves that size and technology can combine to create something truly extreme. These machines prove one thing: when it comes to extreme terrain, size and engineering can push beyond anything you thought possible. From multi-axle giants to machines that can outmatch tanks in mobility, each truck on this list showed a different level of power and purpose. But the real question is, which one impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more extreme machines like these, hit subscribe, because the next video is going even bigger.